Court is now in session. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no open statements, so... Not so fast. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what's the meaning of the statement? Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes, and we have no time to waste. I call my decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. Huh? I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle, at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. I still haven't heard who this old guy is.
Objection!
Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I predict this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. You need to know who's testifying. That's kind of important. The witness will state his name. Biani. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Can't recall. Yes, but the incident in question took 3 days ago. He can testify. Sure, if you say so, Mr. I'm always perfect. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang! Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict. What? Mr. Wright? Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. You may begin. No! 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's take our time. Let me cross-examine the witness. Great prediction. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Yeah, that one was totally spot on. Pretty sure? When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see, continue. You don't rent. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not a good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the leg, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone else in the boat? Someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. I figure there were 2 men out there. Yep. You couldn't see them clearly? Yep. At the time, that is. Heard another bang. I like that there's 2 bangs. 2 gunshots. Yep. A lot of said in your testimony yesterday. Just about then the boat came back to shore. By your window. By my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. It's rather important. Please add your details. Added testimony. You saying I can't believe he's dead? Are you sure? Dad! Darn dead certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy! What? This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. See no room for doubt. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired the gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand and the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Yeah? That is easily explainable. You could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Wait and see. I want to hit one of these ones. Better hold back and see how things develop. Nick, we have to do something. If we stay quiet, Mr. will be found guilty. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please? Transform and become a woman. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Oh, he fell asleep. That's what he did. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. See no room for misinterpreting the facts. Finds the defendant, Miss Brotherworth. Accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court with a month from today's date. That is all. So we lost. Wait! Who was that? Me! Larry! See, Reggie, that I agree with you. Why would he wipe the prints and then put it on the other side? It's dumb. It's the butts! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. Whoa. I was I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, dude, I did. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to testimony, and I realized something you said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. You have already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's giving us a chance. If only it wasn't Larry. You can make things even worse. Well, actually kidding, because it's already kind of, it's funny. Make sure it was declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. A verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistakes have been made, every witness should be heard. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. Nani? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear the new witness. Court is adjourned. Judge taking order back. That's what I like to see. Woo. Something was stinking, which was the current way that trial was going, so the butts came in. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Huh. I've seen worse. Yeah, right. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night, right? Yeah. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. And he found the balloon and the air tank, right? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. There's something I mean to ask you. Yes? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. Couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor in the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. Couldn't have a reason, really. I see. This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is frickin' Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. That gives 15 minutes, please. Everything's on the butts. Bring it on, butts. How does he keep getting, like, models to be his girlfriend? Or is it always him thinking they're his girlfriend? Witness, please testify on the night of the murder. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Martin Carmen didn't have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. I just realized his shirt makes me think it's a face. It looks like that. Help me, Larry, you're my only hope. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake and didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single shot, I went home. That was unusually vague testimony, even for this court. It's a very good observation. Larry is like Homer Simpson. Both get amazing women to like him, and both are really nice guys. They're just both really stupid. Yeah, there were 2 gunshots, so he probably went home between the first and second one. Because there was a time difference, right? This one was taken at 11:50. Yeah, there's a 25-minute gap between the two. So he was like here for this one. Heard a bang, empty. Heard a bang later. This is when the shot happened. What's wrong? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go forward but Nick. To go except forward. Go forward. All right. Let's get some pressing out of the way. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Ah, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. Time everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this gourd. That's surprisingly close to the truth. It really is. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. So I guess it was around midnight? You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. That sort of human sundial, okay? That's very fair. People use watches these days, Larry. Just as I was thinking about going home, I heard a bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did it look like... Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa! Everybody just calm down. I mean, it was real foggy that night. Not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. That's just the most important part of this case. After I heard the single shot, I went, oh, there were 2. But you only heard 1 bang, correct? Yeah. It's pretty wishy-washy testimony. I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry, we should be more helpful. It's okay, it's moral support. I want to do something with this last one where there's only 1 shot. This one.
Objection!
Wait a second, Larry. Whoa. You only heard 1 bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Yeah, I think either one would have been fine, Brick, with the empty lake or with the 2 gunshots. This one seems to be working. We're getting happy music. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Hmm? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. Hmm? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. My radio, dude, with my headphones. Freaking Larry, man. Stop that booing. No, you can let that go. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Ron Calmer, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Mr. Wright, should he continue? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah, nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give us your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to my all request show on the radio. I was listening to it really booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah. What's the big problemo? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection!
That's all I have, let me do it! The witness says he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard that sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard that gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Okay, I'm old. Can't believe I'm continuing this, Sir Rod. It's the only thing you got, man. Go for it. I don't want to talk. I'm going to do the important things. I don't want to hear about his love life. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case. Oh, sustained? Dang it. How loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it really booming loud. Really booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yeah. I didn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Sure, I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did he say? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could be knowing what a DJ said do us? See, Mr. Crumma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. Should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? That's good enough for me to ask the question. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. It Maybe Rakama was right. I'm not sure how that helped us. No, that did. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there's one glaring ray of hope in there. Gotta press. Oh, we did it. No, dang it. I skipped it. Sorry. Okay. I feel like a lot of things could work here. I think it's one of these pictures. And I want to use this one.
Objection!
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare easily. I say with sweat dripping down my face. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Do you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard that gunshot. And? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard that gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would be the case. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo taken with the gun triggered by Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction here. Order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. The answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim before it? He's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Take that!
Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. Timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Oh, that would be the case. And where does this leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. What could this be?
That's right. Don't be fooled.
The camera was set to respond to loud noises. There was no proof that the loud noise 11:50 was a gunshot. The witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Yeah, the gun did fire 3 times. I still only hear 2 shots. So I'm wondering why there's 3. Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have it. I mean the gun, actually, because it says it was fired several times.
Take that!
This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. So it was like 2 shots for the death and 1 earlier for the non-death? That would make sense of evidence we've seen far. However, this leaves me wondering what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this was true, there were 2 sets of gunshots. One at 11:50 and another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? Why? I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots are separated by 25 minutes? Hold on, he realized something. What am I not realizing? I have it! I have it! Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. To draw attention to somebody else? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. Just watch and let me know if there's anything that sounds fishy, okay? You got it, Nick. Your Honor? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean? So you finally realize the truth? There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, Rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. This was shown in the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yeah, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. Timestamp on the photo says 15 minutes. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Huh? That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men here on the boat. I'm gonna say Edgeworth and the murderer. Because if Hammond's already dead, he can't be there. Right? It was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. I don't remember this drive going this way at all. Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure to make of all this.
Oh, ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah, again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer and the caretaker is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Yeah, make this connect. Make this connect. There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out in the lake and just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime is not on a boat? Where did the murder take place? If it was him, it'd have to be in his boat shop, right?
Take that!
Yeah, the boat shop. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection!
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Oh, it's got him searching for it. That's perfect. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it, returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, that gunshot was very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop! Larry's saving this. Mr. Wright, what happened to that night on the Gourd Lake? Please tell the court. Yes, Your Honor, I know exactly what happened. Are you sure about this? No. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. As I try and remember. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on his coat and became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. He fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright. Boat dude. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth. Oh, so he did fire twice. Gotcha. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details! Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations, the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer fired twice. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. Next, the murderer waits a bit, then fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Okay, so looking from the edge of the lake, it would definitely appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other one. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. He put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shopkeeper, quickly. Because if he's the, like, is he blaming Edgeworth for his brain problem? While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take a stand. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense had to say? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright had said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yeah. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. That's creepy. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir.
We're conducting a trial here, asking you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Oh, great, he ran.
What should I do?
Find him. You can't allow him to get away. Okay. Mr. Von Kammer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shopkeeper anyway? I think his identity has become very important to the trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah, can we open the safe now? Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. At least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Yeah, good on you, Larry. Even Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Eh? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but can't make up my mind. What's this about, Edward? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Dude, Edgeworth needs to have, like, see a psychiatrist. Just needs to have that solidity just to be there. Ooh, okay. Let's get down to the bottom of this trial, because I'm ready for this to be over, and we're going to figure that out tomorrow.